Thanks, James. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we are standing, the land on which we live and breathe and love, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I'd also like to acknowledge the elders who are here in our midst from the LGBTI community. I'd also like to acknowledge the allies who stand with us here today. You know, there's a really interesting thing because we're not just here by ourselves. So many people are here because we know someone. We're here because this is our story. We're here because this is our community's story. I'll tell you a little bit about me and my family, because I think one of the things that I've learned about being a part of the whole marriage equality movement, if you like, is that this is about stories of real people. This is not some abstract thing up in the sky somewhere. This is not about even a law. This is about people. This is about us. This is about our siblings. This is about people we went to school with, people we go to the park with and go to, I don't know, whatever else you do with. And so I stand here before you as just one story, but I know that you have your own story too. My family are Malaysian Chinese, and my family are also Catholic. And so I am not just your usual normative paradigm. And I think that there are a lot of people here who do not necessarily feel like you are part of that dominant cultural narrative. Are you? I don't know. I think that there's a lot of people here who understand what it's like to be on the receiving end of discrimination. When a lot of my family and friends who've come here to Australia have come here, we have understood what it's like to be on the receiving end of things like racism. My sisters have understood what it's like to be on the receiving end of sexism. You know, and I think that this is why, having worked here on this movement, we need allies. We need everyone from every part of the community to come along with us. And this is about us having conversations with our communities, as difficult as it is. This is why we've been so at pains to say that we want to talk to people and tell them our stories. We want our people who go to church to talk to their people at church about why they're voting yes. We want to talk to our multicultural communities about why they are voting for people, and why they're voting for their friends, and why they're voting for their nephews and their uncles and their aunties to be able to get married. This is a much bigger story than just us. I'll tell you a little story about another friend of mine whose name is Mo, not their real name. Mo, I got to meet along this journey, and Mo came, Mo was born in Africa, fled there because of genocide, landed up in concentration camps somewhere in Asia, had to flee from their family because they were outed to their family, ended up on a boat in Sydney. And because of my background, I was quite involved with multicultural spheres, with the counselling spheres and the LGBTI spheres. And when I met Mo, I said, I have no idea how to help you. You know, as connected as I am with all these support services, and as much as I know what it's like to be someone on the outside, I really don't know what to do. And so, at the time, we were talking about what we would do with marriage equality, and I thought, this is so much more than just me. And this is so much more than just me and my partner. This is about Mo. And this is about the generation that is going through school now. This is about everyone else that we have in our families and friends that we love, who are just wanting to be able to get married to the person that they love in the country that we love. And there are 5 million people who still have yet to return their votes. That's 5 million people who we still have to talk to. You haven't voted until you've posted your ballot in. I know this is not a very sexy speech, and I know that this is not a very, maybe it's not even a very PC speech, I don't know. But this is the story of real lives, and each of you here have your own story. And we still have people that we need to get on board with us, because this is about the kind of Australia that we want to create in the future. And this is the kind of Australia that we want to have now. And this is the kind of Australia that involves all of us, every single one of us, no matter how dominant cultural narrative you are, or how individually unique and beautiful you are, as the people who are standing right here, and I'm looking at each and every one of you. So thank you, Sydney, and keep on going, because love is love. Thank you, Lizzie.
Francis Voon, everybody, thank you so much, mate.